What is that you're drinking? What is that?
It's kind of strong.
What is that? Are you kidding me? Seriously.
It's been a rough one.
What is that?
Well, I brought this apple juice with me.
Oh, apple juice. Okay. I'll tell you, I like the apple juice. I like the cranberry blueberry. Did you ever have that? That is good juice.
No. Never really drank Snapple. There was a brand, a Coke brand, though, that had a juice.
How about the that new Bai coconut water? I love that stuff.
You buy coconut water?
No, it's the Bai. It buys the name. Bye birdie. Bye.
Guys, we're rolling.
Top of the morning to you. Welcome to the Parli Pro Show with our parliamentary extraordinaire, Michael Lamont. I am Mark O'Connell, your co-host, as we talk about little snippets of parliamentary procedure that help you make it through the meeting. It's kind of like that movie, or that song, Help Me Make It Through the Night. Help me make it through the meeting with Parli Pro.
I don't know that.
No, it's okay. We'll keep the same name. All right, today we're talking about voting. So there's lots of ways to vote. There's voice vote, there's roll call vote, there's electronic voting. Talk to us a little bit about how we might go about casting votes and getting it done right.
The most common form of voting would be a voice vote, where the chair asks all those in favor say aye, those opposed, and then you have the vote.
So we might have an agenda item. Might be on whatever topic it might be. There is a motion made, there is a second made, there's debate that occurs among the body. When the chair feels that debate has been sufficiently exhausted, the chair may say, seeing no other further debate or no one wishing to speak to the issue, we will now vote. Those in favor signify by saying aye. And he waits for all the ayes. Those opposed, no, waits for the noes. Then the chair makes a ruling based on what the chair heard, more ayes or nays, and then announces that?
Correct.
Okay, well, what if I'm a member of the body and I don't agree with that? It sounded kind of close to me. So do I stand up and say, hey, I don't think that's right?
You would actually ask for a division of the assembly.
Oh, okay. Now, division of the House is what I think a lot of people think the right words are, but it's actually ask for a division of the assembly.
Correct.
Okay. And if I rise up and say that, does somebody need to second that when I ask for it?
No, at that point, then the chair would ask for a rising vote.
A rising vote?
Right.
Not a cast your ballots electronically, but what is a rising vote?
So a rising vote is where the chair would ask for those in favor to please stand up. The chair then could look around the room to count the number of votes that were for the motion.
Okay.
And then have the people later stand up for those opposed.
But then the ayes sit down.
Correct.
So the noes stand up.
Right.
So it's up.
So it's up and down, up and down.
But we don't really. That's not how we normally do things. It seems like I can't remember a rising vote.
No, I think probably the last rising vote that I recall would be maybe when I was back in middle school or high school. Maybe a rising vote in class where the teacher asked, those that want to do Project A stand up. Those who don't want to do Project A, then those stand up. But really, what we use now is a roll call vote.
Okay, so the chair might say, "There's a motion, there's a second," and then when the debate is exhausted, the chair might say, "Cast your ballots."
Right.
And then it's up on the electronic, or I guess the chair many times sees the electronic votes, but when all votes have been cast, then they're put up on the board and we see what the actual votes are.
Right.
Okay, so that's the most common. And
it is, and if the agenda is very large, there are a lot of items there, and a lot of items that probably we need to move through the agenda. Having a voice vote is probably the quickest way to do that. However, if a member is looking on a specific issue, even where it was very obvious that the ayes had it, someone may want to get a member on the record, and then so at that point the member could ask for a division of the assembly, ask for the roll call vote.
How about in smaller groups like committees? Is it, you don't do a rising vote in committees, do you? I mean, do you show hands, or what do you do?
Most common is probably the voice vote.
Voice vote?
Right.
And then if there's still confusion on a 9-member committee, although it'd be pretty difficult to have confusion there, might you have a show of hands?
You could do a show of hands. You could do the rising vote, and again, you could do a roll call vote even with a small committee of that size.
Okay, well, there you have it. Kind of the lowdown on the on voting, the quick version. We may have a more extensive version on a later show of Parli Pro. Thanks for watching. To see this or other episodes of the Parli Pro Show, go to the Wisconsin Counties Association website at wicounties.org. I think this went pretty well.
Yeah.
I would have voted for you for class president.
I really don't like apple juice at all.
You got to cut down.
Yeah, it's too much. Too much.
Try the blueberry cranberry. It's really good.
I'm gonna have to go back to water.
Coconut water is good. If I'm ever stranded on a deserted island, I'm gonna be used to coconut water. You're gonna be stranded in an apple orchard.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to take 5.